Today we find ourselves in a new chapter, Luke chapter 23, continuing with our Passion narrative. It begins with this. The whole assembly got up and led Jesus to Pilate and began to accuse him. They said, "We have found this man misleading our people, opposing the payment of taxes to Caesar and claiming that he is the Christ, a king." Pilate asked him, "Are you the king of the Jews?" Jesus replied, "That's what you say." Then Pilate said to the chief priests and the crowds, "I find no legal basis for the action against this man." But they objected strenuously, saying, "He agitates the people with his teaching throughout Judea, starting from Galilee all the way here." This is an interesting interaction because Jesus is given all the opportunity in the world to tell him more information. There's times where Jesus' silence or refusal to say more gets a little irritating, if I'm being honest. All he'd have to say to Pilate is, "I am the King of the Jews. I am the Messiah. I am the Christ. What they're saying is true." He could stand there and give a sermon on the court if he wanted to. But he doesn't. He's asked by Pilate, "Are you King of the Jews?" And all Jesus says is, "That's what you say." He doesn't accept it. He doesn't deny it. He just simply acknowledges that that's what you say, or that's what others are saying. He sees that people are, well, as Luke says, agitated. They're overwhelmed, much like, remember, his disciples had become. Maybe they weren't seeing what they thought they'd see. I always say that sometimes we don't see God just like sometimes we don't see the forest because of the trees. Sometimes we don't see what's right in front of us. And so when Pilate asks, "Are you King of the Jews?" it's evident that he is. It's evident that he is the Son of God. It's evident that he is the one who has come to set people free. But Jesus just simply says, "That's what you say." Why? Because it's true. Without realizing that, Pilate identifies Jesus correctly. Sometimes I think we miss out on seeing Jesus in all the most important places, simply because we're not looking for the Jesus that is real. We're looking for the Jesus that we've constructed. And so may we find Jesus in the places that we might least expect, among the poor, among the hurting, among the forgotten. May we recognize that Jesus doesn't stand in the courts, but rather in the streets. Jesus doesn't sit with the fed. Instead, Jesus stands with the hungry. Amen.